Essentially all of
slag.
them.
Yes. Right. So
Murkowski, I was against.
yeah,
I'm against Murkowski. I think I do more for Alaska than any president in history. No president's done for Alaska what I've done. She's not good.
do you regret any going against these people? It makes your agenda harder to get through.
Look, I don't regret it. You do what you have to do.
Yeah. Do you want Thune to serve another term as leader?
And just so
We're getting deep into the weeds on this interview. This guy puts the president on the spot. Do you want Thune to continue as Senate Majority Leader? And Trump just put the Republican Senate leader on notice. And if you think this is just about John Thune, you are missing the bigger story. Trump just put Republican senators, every damn one of them, on notice. I'm going to show you a couple that are freaking out right now. I'm going to show you a couple that just go on X and post little tweets like, hey, we're fighting for the SAVE Act. Hey, we're fighting for this. One of the guys, a lot of you would call based, and he does it about 41 times a day. He made the mistake of responding to me. And I put him on blast. You go on X, you put your little whining crap out, but he won't call for Thune to be removed. This is all a charade. This is all an act. These senators are losers. They are bottom of the barrel. They are lower than whale shit. And that's exactly what's happening right now. They're being exposed. Donald Trump has a superpower, and his one superpower is exposing who hates and who loves America. It's a binary choice. You either love this country or you hate it. That's what we're seeing right now. Listen to this response right here, baby.
you understand, they voted to impeach me.
No, I was there. Yeah.
In all fairness, you think that I'm going to support somebody that voted to impeach me?
Yeah, no, I hear.
You know what, MAGA, my beautiful MAGA base, the greatest people on earth, you know what they'd do if I voted in favor of somebody that voted to impeach the person that they love and I love them? They would not be happy.
Do you want Thune to serve another term as leader? Do you think, would you support him?
Well, I don't want to get into that necessarily, but
why?
I'll tell
a lot of people are thinking about it. This is a big issue.
Chat, let me know in there. Brian Cup, spot on. How many of you want Thune to continue as Senate Majority Leader? How many of you want Mike Johnson to continue as Senate Majority Leader? There's a lot of channels. I'm tired of playing games. I'm tired of this. Don't say his name. Don't say that name. Don't call this person out. Don't call that person out. You know we don't do that here. I'm salty. I lived on a submarine for 20 years with some of the best men this United States Navy has ever seen. Okay? And we had a rule on submarines. If you F up, own it. If you don't own it, we're going to call you out and we're going to ridicule you. And there's a lot of these YouTubers that are effing up and they're not owning it. They're covering for people that want amnesty. They're holding their hand out. May I have some more soup, sir? May I have some more super chats? Please send me some super chats. And they ignore what's actually happening. Right here, baby. We're extra salty. We're going to stay that way. And I think the president is getting to the point where he's becoming extra salty. There's a lot of clowns that make these thumbnails with the melting faces and the mascara, and they all got the O face crying, and none of them will mention what's really happening because they're too worried about their frickin' sponsors. That's what's happening. Meanwhile, they're cashing $250,000, $300,000, $60 a month checks. Come on, man.
I get along with him. It's unfortunate that he doesn't have the vote.
But do you actually get along with him?
I do.
But you clearly disagree. I mean, you have big disagreements.
I do have disagreements. I believe strongly in terminating the filibuster. And by the way, getting Save America Act approved.
Somebody made a comment. I don't think Johnson's done a bad job. The House has passed a lot of legislation. We don't need any more legislation. We have enough laws. So I don't think your comment is really that good. The last thing we need is more laws, more legislation. I want a congressional Speaker of the House leader that says, you know what, let's get rid of this law. Let's get rid of this legislation. Let's get rid of this bill. I want them to go to Congress and reduce the amount of red tape. Not, well, I think he did a good job. He added more red tape. Come on, man. Are you crazy? Do you not have enough government in your life? You move into an HOA? Is that what you want? You want more regulation? Well, the toilet seat needs to be 1/4 inch from the lid. You're allowed 6 sheets of toilet paper, no more. I don't need more legislation. I'm not proud of anyone for passing more legislation. Mike Johnson can go to hell because he hasn't done a damn thing to help what's happening right now. Because if he really wanted to make this happen, if Mike Johnson really wanted to pass the SAVE Act, Congress controls the purse strings. They control the credit card. They could defund every damn thing. And Mike Johnson, well, he's passed a lot of legislation. He hasn't done shit to stop sending money to the Taliban. If you want the salt, you're getting it this morning, okay? I'm done playing games. It is time for haymakers. No more jabs, no more shoves, no more pushes, no more feints. This is nothing but haymakers is what we need right now. And we need to knock some of these assholes out.
Immediately, and about 400 other things in every hour of every day. Boom, boom, boom. You get whatever you want. You get.
Democrats would do it too, though, right? They'd get.
Well, they're going to do that.
Guys don't
They're going to do that. If they get in, they're going to do it very quickly. I mean, you're wrong on that one.
We'll see.
They're going to do this.
Mike Johnson, hold on, here we go. I got one. Mike Johnson passed the SAVE Act several times. It's all a charade. He knows it'll pass through the Congress, but he knows it won't make it through the Senate. But if he cut the purse strings, if you come here to defend Mike Johnson, you're going to lose that game. You're going to lose. You're going to lose the game a lot. A lot. The guy's a loser. He's Kevin from the Wonder Years. He's a eunuch.
It's so fast. And I say, as long as we all know that they're going to do it, I'm so shocked to hear you. But as long as I know that they're going to do that, you do it. I would do it whether they did it or not. We would get in the next 2.5 years, we would get things that nobody ever dreamt of.
Who in the chat thinks we need more legislation? We need more laws. Yeah, I don't have enough government in my life. I need a few more laws. Just maybe one or two. Come on. John Thune's got to go. John Thune's got to go. Listen to what Trump says about the House.
Mike Johnson will probably remain speaker if he keeps the majority. So if he loses the majority,
Trump supports Mike Johnson. Trump has made a couple of decisions I don't agree with. Number one, the amount of attorney generals that he's appointed in the past that were bad. We can go William Barr. We can go Jeff Sessions. We could even go Pam Bondi. Okay. So that's one thing I disagree with. I think Johnson is not the right guy. It is just not the right guy. And Trump can say that he's the right guy. I think part of this is because he wants the support. But leave your comment down below. Do you think Mike Johnson's the right Speaker of the House? I want a guy that's angry. I want a pit bull hopped up on some roids is what I want. I want somebody that plays dirty. The last time that we had a Speaker of the House that played dirty, I would go back to the Reagan administration. Right now, the Democrats play all the dirty games. Nancy Pelosi, as much as you hate her, she got shit done. And she had giant balls to tear up the speech right in front of Mike Johnson, right behind the president. I don't like Nancy Pelosi, but damn, she probably needed a grocery cart to roll those things around.
Mike Johnson is working with a majority of 2, 3. We've had it 1. We've had it like if we're one heart attack away from losing the House.
in Congress, that ain't hard.
And you know what? We get a lot of things passed.
Yeah.
He's great. We work together great. He's a fantastic person.
If he loses it's going to be an interesting thing. The internal battles. If he loses, who gets the blame? I mean, Steve Scalise, Tom Emmer, Jim Jordan.
Great
look
people.
at it.
Everyone's great.
Tom Emmer, Jim Jordan, James Comer. Trump says they're great people. What have they done for you? James Comer's been in a eternal investigation for as long as he's been in Congress. He's never arrested a damn soul. He was beating the war drums begging for cash with the Hunter Biden laptop. Man, I'm starting to, oh God.
You want Johnson to top House Republicans either way, no matter what happens.
Well, I don't think there's even a thought of anybody challenging him.
Well,
now.
I don't know.
Huh?
Well, there could be.
Well, I haven't heard it. I think I'd know. I think he's done a great job.
You should repunch
And
Paul
again,
Nathan.
remember this. Look, remember this. We have a majority of sometimes one.
That's true.
Okay, it drops down to one. But let's say,
How effective do you think our majority is in the Congress? I don't think it's effective because we got rhino losers. I think the majority is useless. Now, speaking of useless, this guy's about to do a great little interview. This guy's starting his third party. He's doing the same thing that another guy that we're going to talk about does.
I haven't seen you in 11 years, though I've talked about you. Hunter Biden.
I love Candace.
I do too.
Yeah. I like Thomas Massey and Marjorie Taylor Greene. I like that there are people that have kind of woken up.
I have really only one question, one thing that has bothered me. So I just want to ask you point blank, did you drop off laptops?
No, the answer is no. I say to everybody, okay, show me your phone. Because I showed you mine and you didn't find a goddamn thing.
We get approached by Israelis connected to Benjamin Netanyahu who are shopping this stuff to me at Fox News. The way that it entered the bloodstream
Exactly.
of the American media was not real.
I don't have any more secrets. Donald Trump, I think he had such an opportunity. He just decided that all he was going to do was for himself.
One of my closest friends went off.
Just for himself, doesn't take a paycheck. So there's going to be an interview dropping with Tucker Carlson and Hunter Biden, and I can't wait. I can't wait for this. I'm so excited.
The deep end, and all of a sudden Trump's under the bed, and it's like, whoa. It's like
he was under my bed. just we are at an inflection point in this country.
what's your plan?
We are in desperate need of leadership.
We're in desperate need of leadership. That's the quote of the day from Hunter Biden. I love that cat there. It looks like a Russian blue. Wow. How many of you? Let me see if I can find the other guy that did the interview with Hunter. That was amazing. Smash a like and subscribe button. Let me know how the audio is. I took a few days off from the live streaming, got a lot going on, made a trip to go meet up with a sponsor, which I'm really excited about. It's gonna save you a lot of money. That's my goal whenever I get sponsors. Not only is my goal to save you money, but also help some of the veterans that I have with a cause. Let's take a little trip down memory lane as to who else did an interview with Hunter Biden. Right here. Here's one. Let's see this interview.
Down that story. What I can tell you about the laptop is that there is no laptop.
There was no laptop.
What
No
they did
laptop.
is they cobbled together stolen, concocted, fabricated mishmash of digital information, largely which is thousands and thousands and thousands of emails.
This is just two drug dealers talking about a laptop. Actually, a dealer and a user just talking about a laptop. Do you believe there was a laptop? So this was Hunter Biden and Sean Ryan. This is Hunter Biden, Sean Ryan doing an interview. And do you believe there was a laptop? Let's do this. Let's put a poll in the chat. Start a poll. Was there a Hunter laptop? Let's go there. Let's see if there was a Hunter laptop. Let's go here.
From 25 years. I mean, no laptop could have held.
Wait. Let's go back here and then over to there. There we go. There we got old Hunter with the laptop.
You know why Twitter took down that story? What I can tell you about the laptop is that there is no laptop.
There was
No
no
laptop.
laptop.
What they did is they cobbled together stolen, concocted, fabricated mishmash of digital information, largely which is thousands and thousands and thousands of emails from 25 years. I mean, no laptop could have held all of that. The only thing that he can think of doing is calling Rudy Giuliani. He's a laptop repair shop owner. Nothing criminal other than...
Great comment. All these clowns talked so much shite. I think we got a British person in here talking the shite about Hunter. Now they love him. They embrace him.
Obviously, drug use. It had naked pictures of me in there. And under the terms of Twitter, they took it down. So what I can tell you about the laptop is that there is no laptop. That's bullshit. What was provided out there, what the...
There was no fucking laptop.
There is an actual physical laptop that somebody...
Wait a second. There was no laptop, and now there's a laptop? Wait a second. Did you hear this?
An actual physical laptop that somebody had. But the guy that said he had the laptop, the existence of the search for the laptop came before he was even a twinkle in Rudy Giuliani's eye. There were people, talk to Lev Parnas. Lev Parnas literally went to Ukraine to get a laptop.
Okay, so Ukraine had the laptop. Okay. Man, I'm so confused here. Let's go here. Oh, Sean Ryan, man, he does some great interviews. I just love the interviews that this guy does. He did an interview with the president. Now Tucker is doing an interview with Hunter. Sean did an interview with Hunter, didn't push back. Did an interview with Ro Khanna 2 times, didn't push back. Gavin Newsom didn't push back. Who is next for Sean's interview? I mean, I can't wait till this, though, right? The new interview for Trump or for Tucker. He just did an interview with world-renowned hacker. Guy looks like he had maybe just one too many donuts. Maybe one too many. Did one here with this anti-America guy. You're starting to understand that if you can't be pro-Ukraine and and pro-America at the same time. You just can't. These people are clowns.
From Punchbowl News, senior congressional reporter Andrew Desiderio. Andrew, they're angry at Republicans. That in and of itself is a fascinating line, but they're not angry.
How many of you support Trump and you're angry at Republicans? How many are angry at Republicans and support Trump? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I love the president. I love about 98.6% of the stuff that he has done. We're about to get rid of the NFA Act, get rid of the whole suppressors. You need a tax stamp. That's the president. That's pro-Second Amendment. So for anybody that says Trump is not Second Amendment or pro-Second Amendment, get your head examined. Go to the proctologist first because they need to remove it from your ass before they can examine it. But this is great because Trump says that GOP voters are angry at Republicans, and I firmly agree with the guy.
Me, equally fascinating, and also, by the way, judging by his approval ratings, not true. So what do you think about that statement?
Yeah. Well, look, my colleague Jake Sherman, you heard him there, ask the president why he thinks that, and the president said he doesn't know. The president is contributing to that sense, right? I mean, the ways in which he goes after John Thune, for example, and Senate Republicans for example, not getting rid of the filibuster or not passing the Save America Act.
Is that what frustrates you the most right now? Because Trump put these Republican senators on notice, all of them. And I believe what he did is going to have an absolute ripple effect across the entire purview. John Thune didn't get Trump's endorsement for another term as leader. At the same time, all of these members of the Senate are about to go home for a month on recess. That's crazy. They get to take a vacation.
You know, Senator John Cornyn, who obviously the president helped oust in his primary by endorsing a primary challenger to him, has said recently that the president and many of his fellow Republican senators are actively demoralizing the Republican base by making it seem like Republicans can pass things like the Save America Act, right? Even though they all know that it's not possible because of the filibuster and because Republicans simply do not have the votes to get rid of the filibuster, right? So naturally that leads Republican voters, the MAGA base, if you will, to get pretty demoralized and upset with Republicans in Congress and have this sentiment that they're not doing enough, that they're not carrying out the will of the mandate of President Trump. And with him not on the ballot, that makes it even worse. So
What are we going to do? Do you support the Senate? Remove Milo from his diaper. It's full. Milo's pooping himself. Did he have too many burritos? Did he have too much lettuce? Yeah, you know, I allow some people to come into the chat and say just ridiculous stuff. And then eventually I just say, you know what? You're done. And I'm getting that point with a lot of people.
Tell you the tough questions that I'm going to ask you before we get there. I'll tell you what they are.
Dealing with everything we have to do with, look.
Hunter, I want to be able to speak without offending you. I'm going to be blunt.
If we finally beat Medicare.
I have seen your dad
Biden did beat Medicare.
on air fumble his words and seemingly forget what he's talking about.
It makes me uncomfortable.
You are
to
no
watch somebody on stage
this is so amazing.
The reason that I'm sitting here is I've heard you say that, and you don't come from it with the cruelty.
Did you see much of that when you had meetings and interactions with President Biden during his term?
I think that Jake Tapper is a pompous, arrogant fuck.
Wow, old Hunter calling out Jake Crapper. Diaper's full. Diaper is full. Man, I love Sean Ryan's hard-hitting 5-hour interview, not pushing back. And then Hunter starts a YouTube channel. He's only got one video, and it's called, well, the Hunter Biden interview, 5 hours and 27 minutes. This guy is a clown. We established there's a laptop. Most of you know there's a laptop. We know what the laptop had on it. Trump declines to back Thune for another term as leader, but throws total support behind Mike Johnson. I want to do this. Let's do this. Do you support Mike Johnson? I want to see this. Do you support Mike Johnson? And you know what? It's okay to disagree with the president of the United States. It's okay to disagree with me. I don't care if you agree with me. I don't care if you agree with the president. I don't care if you agree with your wife. But I don't support Mike Johnson. I think the guy's a clown. I think he has played America for a fool. I don't think he's accomplished anything other than just a charade game. It's 3-card Monty. You never win at those, right? You never win at 3-card Monty. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Thune responds to Trump declining in Punch Bowl News interview back to him. Thune says, well, we feel that way, that the Senate Republicans are getting a lot done. He says, that's a reality I have to deal with, and he's entitled to his views. Thune said getting Cassidy's support for Blanche was a good, solid win for the team. I'm not diminishing the importance of getting Todd Blanche confirmed. I'm not. But now the Senate in the middle of the night passed a bill to avert a government shutdown before leaving for August recess. They're going to take a little month-long vacation. How many of you would like a month-long? I'd like a month-long vacation. The Senate adjourned and will return in September. The bill keeps the government funded through December 11th. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Right before the new members come into office in January. That's really nice of the Senate to just fart and walk out of the elevator. You really got to enjoy that. That's a good method. Let's see what's happening on the news here this morning on various platforms. This is Iran's last chance. Todd Blanche confirmed. Okay. Let's see what's happening over on the New York Post. I like to check out a couple of channels. Apparently there was some bad stuff happening in Thailand. You'll have to love that. Trump says, I'm taking a painting with me. Appeals court blocks Trump's $400 million ballroom. Okay. Oh, here we go. Hold up. I gotta see this. This is irony here.
After careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA.
Enos Cantor Freedom, obviously a woman, has just declared for his eligibility in the NBA. I like how he's got an X over the Nike symbol because all the stuff for Nike's made in China.
My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any.
I hope he joins the WNBA and dunks on some bitches. That's what I hope. I hope he drops some hammers on these people. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it, right? You just might get it. White House releases UFO stuff. I don't care about that. The Sean Ryan channel. The guy, man, holy crap. I could talk about this guy a lot, but I won't because, well, you know, it's pointless. Senate confirms 74 nominees and single block vote before the recess. Senators voted 51-47 to confirm the package, which included 4 U.S. attorneys, 4 U.S. marshals, a FEMA administrator, which FEMA is crap, TSA, crap, several ambassadors. Republicans held 95% confirmation rate for civilian nominees as the fastest in 25 years. You got to love this, right? Senate confirms 74 nominees. Congratulations. I'm really proud that the Senate, well, you know, they did their job, right? Here we go. Harris video on SAVE Act draws backing for voter ID bill. Kamala is now coming out. Listen to this. Kamala wants the SAVE ID.
Push this president is trying to push this SAVE Act, which basically would require that for people to register to vote, you're going to have proof of who you are.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll tickle me shitless that you need to have proof of who you are to vote. I don't think this is Kamala Harris. I want to see some ID. I need to see some ID. Now, I want to show you the guy that I like, but at the same time is just a mockingbird. Okay, look, 9 hours ago, Mike Lee, little SAVE Act post. 9 minutes ago, little SAVE Act post. 44 minutes ago, SAVE Act. 11 hours ago, SAVE Act, SAVE Act. 3 hours ago, SAVE Act. Let's see, 4 hours, Todd Blanche. 6 hours, SAVE Act. Mike Lee, 6 hours ago, SAVE Act, SAVE Act, SAVE Act. It's just an eternal, like, machine of him posting about the SAVE Act. Now, what I did for old Mike Lee, and I'll find my comment from, I got a notification. Mike Lee responded to one of my tweets. And I was like, wait a second, the guy's taking advice. Let me see if I can find this real quick. I really appreciated him responding But I don't think it worked out the way that he wanted. Let me see if I can find this real quick. The old Mike Lee tweet. What did I do with that? Where did that go? I saved it because it's a rarity for me to get a reply from an actual senator, right? So here's Mike Lee, right? Let's go back there. I'll show you. Mike Lee says, asking the Senate to save America by securing our elections is not too much to ask. I'll play a little bit of what he said.
America is worth saving. And because it's worth saving, we need to stay here and get our work done.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. Now, my reply to Mike was, you're just making X posts. Nothing will happen. He replies with the typical political fashion, I understand your frustration, but it's not like the legacy media will help make the case for this to the public. So I use X. Sometimes it's a lot, but I'm not going to slow down, especially when I become more convinced every day that we need this. Feel free to block me if you don't want to see my post. My reply, I have a YouTube channel with 230,000 followers. I'm as pro-American as I can be. Served 20 years on submarines. Do a daily show, spread positive news. I'm not a black-pilled American. I want the SAVE Act passed. I can't honestly believe we have people here who are voting that shouldn't be here. I want him to, well, I want him to get rid of John Thune. It only takes, like some of you said, 5 senators to get rid of the asshole. That's what I want to do. Get rid of the clown. Okay? That's what needs to happen. I'm fed up with these people. I am disgusted by what I'm seeing in America. I am disheartened by what I'm seeing in America. I know all of you are frustrated. I know I am. I'm not the only one that is frustrated by this. And it pains me to think that we could get someone like this back in office. And I think it's a possibility that we could get her back.
Look, I think there's no doubt that, the Republican Party is the Trump cult and the Democratic Party is a bigger tent. We do have a broad cross-section of people, what they believe, what their experiences are. I think that's an advantage, but we also have to win general elections. And so how we pivot and get behind the candidate in Michigan so that we can beat...
The candidate in Michigan, his name is Mohammed Akbar Saeed.
The Republican candidate, Mike Rogers. That's gonna require a lot of outreach and a lot of willingness on the part of the winning candidate and his supporters to know that they need the people that they were vilifying. Look, I think
she calls us a cult, the Trump cult. I blocked myself here. I'm swearing too much. Screaming at the TV is back. You know what? I'm glad. It means you care. It really just means that you care about America. That's kind of my point, right? Here, she's still
big
solving.
Decision. What do you do with the half-finished, ballroom? There's going to be a long list. De-gold the horses, take down the stick on gold.
Feels like Saddam Hussein.
When I was in Baghdad after the fall of Saddam Hussein, I had meetings. I was then a senator. I had meetings.
Is that when she got the missiles launched at her? Is that when she got the missiles?
In some of his palaces, and they were quite reminiscent of what we are seeing in our own White House. It's just...
So now she's saying Trump is Saddam Hussein. Got it.
Insane.
Is that hard for you to watch?
You know what? It's sad to me. It's sad that it's so tackied up, and it's a reflection of, his narcissistic personality and his need to feel important, including sticking gold embellishments all over the walls of the Oval Office. This is a man who his mind apparently goes to where can I add more gold instead of how do I get out of Iran without looking like the loser that I am.
There you go. Good old Hillary, man. She's back at it. I don't know if you watched my video yesterday, but Texas, y'all got problems. Y'all got a lot of problems. And I believe Texas is the next goal. The Democrats conquered New York. The Democrat socialists, the religion of peace, they conquered New York. They're coming for Texas. It is no coincidence that all of these mostly peaceful religion temples, I'll call them mosques, are being built in Texas. It's no secret, ladies and gentlemen. No secret. They are coming for Texas.
Hello, my name is Eddie Issa. I'm a Sharia law survivor from Iran. And I'm here to tell you, this is a dangerous ideology you're allowing in their country. Every country that is Islamic now, it used to be a Christian country. And we were soft Christians and we allowed these people to come in, bring their Sharia law into their countries and slowly kill us off left and right. Let me make it very clear to you. Christianity is a personal relationship with God where it says, render unto Caesar's what is Caesar's, render unto God what is God's. Islam is Sharia law, deen wa dawah, religion and state, which is not even compatible with the American thing. And when these people will use taqiyya to lie to you, to manipulate you, because whenever...
Taqiyya, if you don't know what that is, within their religion, it allows them to lie to you, to manipulate the infidels, to manipulate people to join their religion. It's kind of what Jimmy Swaggart and Jim Baker and, Creflo Dollar and all these other clowns are doing. These, what I would call religion snake oil salesmen. That's what they allow this to happen. Abbott sold us out. I have said for a while, and a lot of you hated me for saying this, that Greg Abbott is not our friend. He allowed what happened at the southern border to happen, and he basically just took the rats and put them in different cities, and he looked good doing it. But Greg Abbott's not our friend.
American thing. And when these people will use taqiyya to lie to you, to manipulate you, because whenever Islam is little, they will lie to you and tell you they come in peace. This is a bad idea, and you're going to regret not listening to people like us who lived under Sharia law.
Thank you, Eddie. Do you think Texas is going to regret this? The city council there voted 7-0. They had hundreds of people that turned up. 600 club. I thought it was a 700 club. That was a 700 club. They had hundreds of people that showed up. And the city council voted 7-0. They don't listen to citizens because they're scared of this religion of peace. They are scared of it. And I will say this, and for all of you that are getting frustrated, and you're like, well, I don't want to vote. I can't vote. I just can't vote. Americans turn out at a rate of 45% to vote. Let's say 4 in 10 Americans vote. Get up off the couch, put on some shoes, something other than sweatpants, something other than a Monster Energy drink, and go vote. 95% of Muslims vote. 95%. They're outvoting us. They're outproducing us. They're making more babies. Let's not talk about the goats. Leave the goats alone. They are out. They're driven more than we are. It pisses me off, guys. I don't know about y'all, but it pisses me off. And if you don't get upset by what I'm showing you, you are cooked. That's what I think. Look at this. Rob Schneider, I believe he played, not Joe Dirt. What did he play? Deuce Bigelow. Says, Dear Texas Attorney General, I have my credit card and I'm ready to donate to your campaign to defeat anti-Christian freakazoid, Talafrico, and I guarantee you so was everyone in McKinney, Texas, but please help them stop the mosque build. Let's hope he does. Let's hope he does. I got to show you this one. This is, I don't ever
was going to send 100.
I don't ever agree with Nick Fuentes, but man, he's so right about this. And here's a picture of Marjorie for her cameo. You can pay $150.
UW sent $150. Was going to send $150 to MTG now that she's advertising on Cameo for $150. Smirking face emoji.
Hey, thank you for the big super chat. Dude, she's on Cameo. It's crazy. Oh, it's so embarrassing. It's like, you look at that. That is the movement. In 2016, it was Donald Trump. Remember Donald Trump from Celebrity Apprentice and Home Alone 2? And, you know, the billionaire celebrity with his name on skyscrapers? He's an A-list celebrity. #1 show on cable. And now the coalition is Marjorie Greene, Thomas Massey, Joe Kent. I mean, none of these people even win elections. Joe Kent lost twice. Thomas Massey lost his election. Marjorie Greene, she became very unpopular.
And maybe a lot lizard at a truck stop on I-95.
She sold out with Kevin McCarthy. And she probably wouldn't have survived a primary challenge either, would be my guess. I mean, these people are just so uninspiring. It's like
they're losers. But I guarantee you, if Tucker Carlson and this party wins, Joe Kent, next Secretary of War, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I hope she gets a little work done, but God knows what she'll be appointed as.
like a jilted MAGA mom.
Could you imagine Marjorie Taylor Greene as Secretary of State? Trade Rubio for the lot lizard?
Libertarian, some Fox News expat. Joe Kent, who is just like I mean, what even is he? He has no personality. He's a CIA spook.
Yeah.
It's just absurd. Now she's on Cameo. Okay. There's your we're taking the country back. Isn't this inspiring? 150 on
Joe
Cameo.
Mars 97.
If you don't know what Cameo is, I'll show you what this is. Cameo MTG. Basically, you can pay $150.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, and
Here.
I am excited to let you know I am now on Cameo. So if you have a special message for a friend or a loved one, I would love to deliver it for you, or any other message for anyone. How do you do it, you ask? You just click on the link and follow the instructions, and we'll be on our way.
You have to pay her $150. And then she'll give you a shout out, like a birthday shout out. This is crazy. This is crazy. And we talked about Spain, right? We talked about Ceuta, Spain. You know what's going to happen in Minnesota if the guy that wants amnesty happens? Hospital has revealed 5 girls under the age of 14 have been admitted over the last week, suffering from extreme cases of you know what. On average, Ceuta records 3 to 8 a year, including adults. But yeah, the mostly peaceful invasion here. Ceuta, Spain. What do you think about that? What do you think about this entire dynamic, man? I'm pissed. Apparently, Candace Owens is going to debate Andrew Wilson. I don't think it'll ever happen. Here's Hillary. Take a photo of this and put it up in your garage if you want to get rid of any of the rats that you got in there. Ceuta, Spain. We got a lot of news going on, man. A lot of stuff. Iranian leaders fear that the cardboard cutout is not alive. What? We can't have that. The cardboard cutout has to be alive. We need the cardboard cutout. Damn it. Where's that guy at? Gutfeld, I resent having to debate ideologies that have not only failed, but killed millions. That's exactly right. I just don't understand how we got here, man. I don't know how we got to where the hell we're at. Big shout out to some super chats rolling in here. Thune, Johnson, Tucker, MTG, AOC, same basket of morons. Hunter Doppelganger laptop. Thank you, Nikki. God bless you. Mike ACG. Thune's Senate wants to work only 48 days for the last 6 months. Let that sink in. Yeah. What shows incompetence more than not being able to pass something the majority of the country is for what a bunch of losers. Yeah, you're right, Texas Aviator. Thank you for that. Super chat from Pure Blood. She stole from the White House when they left. I think Hillary stole the silverware or something, right? I think that's what she did. I got to show you one other thing here. How many of you follow Owen Schroyer? Have you seen Owen Schroyer lately? Owen Schroyer. I want to show you Owen Schroyer now.
This takes us into the new challenge that right-wingers have.
He looks like Buffalo Bill. I don't know if the transition's really going that well for Owen. Maybe up the hormones or something. I don't know what's going on here. But Owen's looking rough. I don't think they got the dosages right for that. Do you think they got his dosage right? The Buffalo Bill resemblance is disgusting. It makes me want to throw up in my mouth. But he damn sure looks like that, doesn't he? Ugh. 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 What is going on there? What is going on with that guy? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what the heck's going on, really, to be honest with you. Let's go here. Let's just fire it up. Let's fire it up. Why not? I think you're ready. Somebody says, I'm sick to my stomach. I can't even eat breakfast. Really? Somebody tried texting the show. They're taking our country straight from the center of Texas, one state at a time. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free to get your call into the show. We got the balls to take the calls. Owen might not have those anymore. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm just asking questions. We're just asking questions. You want to talk about that? That cover up that's happening there? I got some other stuff. Let's go right here. I got some other stuff I want to run through, just some clips that I found for all of you Candace lovers. Let's go here. Kick us off. Line 1. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
MWP, Mercer County, Pennsylvania. What's up, man?
Living the dream, brother. What would you like to say this morning?
I hear you, man. I turn on the news. I watch your channel all the time, and everything's getting worse. What's right is wrong, and what's wrong is now right. And if you dare speak up, you're racist, you're homophobic, you name it. And then you got Hillary there calling Trump freaking Saddam. It's either Hitler or Saddam. It's all this gaslighting. Brother, we let this happen. We started with Obama. Obama started all this crap.
Let me ask you this, MWP. Quick question. I know you live in Pennsylvania. I got absolutely ridiculed last year when I called out Greg Abbott for what he was doing. He was putting these illegals on buses. Number one, he allowed them in the country, put them on buses, sent them to Chicago, sent them to Philly, sent them to New York, sent them to all these sanctuary cities. He basically just increased the infestation. And I believe now I get to say, I told you so. What do you think? Was I wrong to call out Greg Abbott last year?
No, you weren't wrong at all, because he did it in a way that he made himself look good to all the mainstream news media. Oh, he's sending them to Democrat cities like he's
That's the same thing Mike Johnson is doing right now.
Yes.
He is passing the SAVE Act in Congress because he knows it won't go anywhere else.
Yes.
He is rearranging the chairs on the Titanic. Thank you for calling, MWP. God bless you. God bless you. Stay frosty. I think I probably do have to flush. Do we need to flush that guy? Lines are open. Not that guy. Do you support Mike Johnson? 60% says no. I love that. I love it. let's do this. Let's put a poll in the chat. This is a constitutional republic here in this. Should we flush Milo Zelensky? Listen to Candace here. She's a historical scholar.
We've been talking about a lot of bad. I think it's now time to talk about something good. You know what's good? The fact that the 4th of July is happening tomorrow. Well, it's not actually that good for me because my husband's English, so it's a very sensitive holiday in my household. But did you know anyways, because he's not watching, that 250 years ago, Americans revolted against imported goods at the Boston Tea Party? Unfortunately,
July 4th was the Boston Tea Party, huh? Okay. Rewrite those books. Rewrite that one. Wow. Lines are open. Feel free. Let me know what you're thinking about old Mikey Johnson, Candace Owens. Listen to this one. She's a good speller, too. Good speller. Listen to good.
Really wakes you up to the monstrosity of the gods feared this monstrosity, saw it as a demon. Facebook was a part of the monstrosity of lies, of censoring. I was just like, how can I take on this behemoth, this monstrosity? I feel like
monstrosity. The monstrosity. I think it's monstrosity. Yeah, there you go. She's doing a great job. Great job, right? Here's one for you. Let's go here. Says it's absolutely fantastic. I like Jeremy Boring, so feel free. Or I like James Lindsay. Sorry, I got the wrong one.
And some nicotine pouches that he had in his lip the whole time he's talking on his show. Like, what in the... You're not producing anything, Tucker. Like, kiss my ass.
Now, the nicotine pouches, it's very peculiar that he keeps them in his mouth when he does his monologues. I found it incredibly distracting. Also, later during health, which is point number 5, he spent a lot of time talking about how Americans are all addicted to drugs, which is just interesting for a guy who can't even get through a monologue without pouches full of nicotine that he personally sells.
He's producing a...
I don't know. I used to have him as a sponsor. I like cigars. Those kind of held me over for those. But, I can't deal with that guy anymore. Let's go here. Line 1. Where are you calling from? What's your name? Line 1. Where are you calling from? What's your name?
My name's Randy, and I'm calling from central Minnesota.
Randy, central Minnesota. First question. First and foremost, question for you.
Okay.
Are you voting for Mexico Mike Lindell?
Are you kidding?
Let me have it. What do you got? What's your...
No,
Why are you not voting for Mike Lindell? You don't want amnesty?
Well, we don't want amnesty, and I don't understand what happened to Mike. Mike was a MAGA Trump, fanatic, and all of a sudden he turned into a waste of time.
What would you like to say? Sorry to sidetrack you there with your favorite Mike Lindell question.
There you go.
What's your thoughts? What would you like to say this morning out of Minnesota?
Out of Minnesota, I would like to see this entire government get flushed down the toilet and a new one brought in.
Hold on.
This is a disgrace.
I'm going to do what I can for you. I'm going to do as much as I can for you. I'll flush what I can here, Randy.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. I appreciate you. You take
God
care,
bless.
Randy. God bless America. God bless Minnesota. Let's see here. USS Franklin, when ship hit it with explosive. Okay. Yeah. Let's go here. Here we go.
I haven't seen you in 11 years, though I've talked about you. Hunter Biden.
I love Candace.
I do too.
Yeah. I like Tom.
I love Candace. Lines are open. 615-470. Oh, here we go. We got another one. Line 1. Where are you calling from and what is your name?
Nevada. My name is Gary 7.
Gary in Nevada.
Yes. Hello, Ben. Good morning to you.
Yes, sir.
My question is, did Alejandro Mayorkas who was head of Homeland Security, did he also get an auto pen pardon from President Joey Biden?
Did Mayorkas, let's see here. I can't even spell his name. Did Mayorkas get a pardon? Somebody in the chat will be able to answer that because I don't know. I don't know if he did. He did not receive a pardon. He did not receive a pardon. Mayorkas did not receive a pardon.
Well, that's a good sign. Maybe we can put him where he belongs.
Where does he belong, Gary?
I believe he belongs in federal prison for treason.
God bless you. Take care, brother. I appreciate you calling, Gary. Let's go, Dawn, New York. What do you got, Dawn?
Oh my God, I'm fuming. Crackheads on the streets of New York City sound more intelligent than Hunter Biden. Why are we feeding this crackhead, deviant demon any attention? There's a nefarious plan going on to resurrect Hunter Biden. I cannot believe what's happening. I cannot believe he's getting media attention. I cannot believe this is happening. And what's sad is people are going to fall for this. This guy's a deviant. He's a crackhead. I don't understand. I don't understand, Ben.
I don't know either.
I'm fuming over here.
Somebody said I should invite Mike Lindell for an interview. I invited Mike Lindell 7 times. He's not replied.
Let me tell you, I saw the debate that they have with the farmers. Mike didn't do well. No. He did very badly in that debate. So I don't know.
Mark your calendar right now. If Republicans elect Mike Lindell in Minnesota, Amy Klobuchar will be the next governor. And she will probably shut down his company.
She is Amy. Okay, let's go back to Melissa Hortman.
Make it quick, though. Make it quick. I got them lined up.
Melissa Hortman, who was gunned down, set up by Waltz, who wanted Amy out. She knows where all the stinky dead bodies are. There, she is not to be trusted, but Mike is weak. He did a horrible job. And I love you, and I want to listen to other callers. Thank you, Ben.
Appreciate you. Dork in New York, one of the OG Rush Limbaugh supporters. OG, original girl. She's not a gangster. Let's see here. He smells badly. Okay. Ask about the Hunter laptop. I've asked Mike Lindell 7 times to come on the show. There's my answer. 7 times I asked him to come on the show. And no response. None. Here, let's go here. This is the way I feel, arguing with morons.
I resent having to debate over ideologies that have not only failed, but killed millions. That we're having this discussion is offensive. So I feel like we should leave this with the Democrats, and focus not on articulating a message, but...
Let's grab here. Line 1. I believe things are about to get a little radioactive. What you got?
What's shaking, shipmate? It's your favorite damn nuke. How you doing this morning, brother?
Living the dream. What would you like to say?
I'm talking about this Fifth Circuit. You know me. You know I love my pew-pews. You know I love my Second Amendment almost as much as the First Amendment. But I'm curious, Ben, about your take on this Fifth Federal Circuit Court decision to basically abolish the NFA. So
I love it.
I love it. Oh, I absolutely love it. But the problem is the adversarial appeal, which would come from the ATF. The Trump-supported ATF, the Trump-run ATF as it currently stands. So they have 7 days, which means that goes up until August 12th, whether or not they're going to appeal this Fifth Circuit decision. If the ATF decides to appeal the decision to overturn basically the NFA, will we be willing to admit that Trump is not in charge of the federal government if the ATF appeals this prior to August 12th?
Who's in charge of the ATF right now? Who is the ATF director? Who is the director of the ATF? For a while, it was
he was confirmed
Rubio.
officially by the Senate in April. I just had a
Here we go. I got his name. Robert Cicada.
Robert Cicada. Yes.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. He is a former law enforcement officer, career law enforcement officer, 30 years of service, including 2 decades ATF. So he's probably indoctrinated. Upon taking office, Director Cicada initiated major regulatory overhaul. Changes include rescinding tougher rules on firearms. That's a good one. Formally removing the ban on bump stocks. He also removed the definition of machine guns, repealed expanding background check requirements. Trump administration's also directed the agency to increase its agent headcount from 2,400 to 3,000.
It seems like he would be on our side.
Here's my thing. I'm not going to come on here and shit on someone until they've done something bad. And right now, the guy's doing good. So there you go. Only time will tell.
I completely agree. But I have to admit, given his track record, I would assume he would not appeal this ruling. This is very, very pro Second Amendment. If they decide to appeal this, I got serious questions about who's running the show. So we'll see. I'll check back with you next week, and we'll see if they decide to appeal this.
I'll tell you this. It's so easy for any decision for people to rush to, it's Trump's fault. Trump is not a law enforcement officer. Trump is not a Supreme Court justice. He's not the Attorney General. He's not the director of the ATF. He makes appointments. And if you look at the actual, requirements of the president by the Constitution, if you look at what the actual, let's see, actual role of president as defined by the Constitution. He only has 3 real roles. You know that, right?
Of course. And one of his oaths that he takes is to the Constitution, which includes the Second Amendment, which would include supporting the Fifth Circuit in this endeavor, which is why I'm very, very concerned about how this goes. And we're going to know here
I'll say
in
this.
A few short days. A few days.
Don't set your wig on fire until something happens. Thanks for calling, brother. God bless you. The president has very few real requirements. Article 2, executive power should be vested in the President of the United States of America. Execute the laws. Execute the laws. He doesn't make laws. He executes them. Commander-in-chief, military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, blah, blah, blah. Conduct diplomacy. That's it. Nominate federal officers and judges. Nominate. He doesn't confirm them. That's the Senate. That's the Congress. Veto legislation. Now, if it's a supermajority and he decides not to sign it, it automatically comes into law. I want to say 14 days, 10 working days, I believe. Recommend legislation. But he doesn't pass legislation. Grant pardons. Report to Congress. That's why we have the State of the Union. What the president is not. He's not a law enforcement officer. He's not a judge. He's not a jury. That's how you get impeached. Learn what the president is capable of and learn what the president can and can't do before you burn down the place. That's what I would say. Military tribunals get those JAG officers sworn up. The president doesn't do that. He does not do military tribunals. And you got to be a member of the military to get into a tribunal. I'll just warn you of that one because, that's the way it works. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free and as long as y'all want to talk, we'll go. Whenever the show slows down, I back out. So there you go. That's how I run my show here. I'm not going to drone on for 2.5, 4, 5 hours, just being condescending. And you know, there's some channels that are a little condescending, preaching from the, you know, choir at you. Everything's 4D chess, blah, blah, blah. We don't do the 4D chess crap here. Listen to this. This is Hunter going, or, Tucker going way back. I used the Wayback Machine to find this.
Immediately after graduating from law school, Biden took a lucrative management track job at MBNA.
He's about to interview Hunter. He's about to run for president, maybe.
BNA, the Delaware-based credit card company. Now, Hunter Biden worked at MBNA for almost 3 years. And even after he left the company, the checks kept coming. From 2001 to 2005, MBNA sent Hunter Biden more than $100,000 a year for doing, well, it's not exactly clear what he did, if anything. So how do you get a job like that, you may be wondering? One where you get more than twice what the average American family makes a year, but for no work. Well, it's not easy to get a job like that. It helps to have a father in the U.S. Senate, one who's doing the bidding of credit card companies. And Hunter Biden definitely met that requirement. For decades, Joe Biden was one of the country's most enthusiastic servants.
So he's about to interview this guy. Whoa, we just got a big one. Uh-oh, Real KRO. $49.99 from Real KRO. Let's go to the...
Amen.
Break it out. Boom shakalaka.
Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, KRO. That helps a lot. For those of you that don't know, I use a lot of the funds from my channel to help veterans, ship some Bibles, stuff like that. Let's grab a call here. Looks like a Missouri area code. Turn the audio down in the background. Call back. Ugh. A part of my soul gets attacked every time someone calls in with audio in the background. Line 2.
Yes, Ben, did you know they were building a mosque in Omaha, Arkansas?
They're building them everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, but Arkansas, that just kind of blew my mind.
Do you know it's not illegal to build them?
Should be, but that's
should and would are two different things.
I know. It just makes me angry.
Let me ask you this. Should it be legal or illegal? Do you disagree with people being able to practice whatever religion they want?
No.
Okay, then. They can build whatever they want. However, I just want them to follow the Constitution and learn to, be part of America. God bless you. Thank you for calling. Let's go line 3. What do you got?
Ben, I love your show. I feel stupid as a sports fan because I never fully knew what the W meant in the WNBA.
Women.
Have a good day.
God bless you.
No.
Let's go here. James, Virginia.
Hey, Ben, how you doing? I got a couple things. The first thing is I just noticed something about you. Do you want to hear it?
I got a booger hanging out of my nose. I got a booger.
No, I seen a picture of George Patton before he died, in the military.
Uh-oh, let me find
both
George
of y'all around your eyes have got that same damn look. And
Let's see,
I said,
George
be
Patton.
dog.
George Patton.
George Patton. If you take a look at this picture and look at your eyes and his eyes.
Let me tell you something about George Patton. Here's a little known fact about George Patton. A friend of mine has a painting that George Patton painted.
Look at the similarity between y'all two.
I couldn't carry George Patton's jockstrap. That guy's a legend. You know he was an Olympic medalist, Olympic gold medalist?
I didn't know that.
In back whenever handgun shooting was part of the Olympics.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How about that? I didn't realize that.
He was a gold medalist. And the quote, "Kill 'em all, let God sort 'em out," that comes from George. That comes from George Patton.
The other thing I've got is two things. Tucker Carlson, he is the new face of communism to me every time I look at him. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'll give her $150 if she will take the message. You know who I want to send the message to?
Uh-oh.
Her. I want to tell her to kiss my ass.
I'm going to
Ben,
pull
you
up.
have a wonderful day.
Let's see if we can
Thank you.
find Marjorie over here on Cameo. God bless you, brother. I appreciate you.
You too.
Let's see if we can find Marjorie over here on Cameo. Lines are open, 615-475-78. Here she is right here. Oh, she's upped her game. It's $199. Y'all want to see what she's done so far? Let's go.
Hi, everyone. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I am now on Cameo. Hi.
Let's see the next one.
Hi, Karen. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Your friend Robert reached out to me and told me it's your birthday, so happy birthday. And I really, really appreciate your support. I hear that you live in Georgia. That's awesome. So do I. And your friend told me that you are a really good poker player. I got to tell you, Brian and I just got married in Las Vegas, and we had a great time. I played Mississippi Mud.
So she'll give you a shout out. I would like, what should we get said by Marjorie?
Hi, Mark. You're.
Uh-oh. Oh, these are going to be good. Let's go here. Line 1. I am not Marjorie Taylor Greene. Where are you calling from?
San Francisco.
What would you like to say this morning?
I think a good message for Marjorie Taylor Greene. If I had the money, I'd have her deliver a message to President Trump saying, "Thank you. We appreciate you."
She would probably never do that. She would probably never do it. You know what? I want to know in the chat. Someone in the chat, feel free. I will buy a cameo from Marjorie Taylor Greene if y'all help me. Donate, help me, and then we'll figure out what we want her to say. I would love for her to give a big shout out to my channel that I could use. That's what I would love. God bless you. Appreciate you. San Francisco, God bless you. Let's see what else she does here.
Your friend Ethan tells me that your first baby is due today. Listen, I want to wish you a huge congratulations and tell you that being a dad is going to be the best thing that you can ever do your entire life. Seriously, it's the most.
Yeah. She loved her daughter's dad so much, she cheated on him with the damn yoga instructor at the gym.
Hi, Jack. I just wanted to reach out to you and congratulate you on your promotion to Little Bro. And that was a really sweet thing to say from Ben.
Is she drunk?
And I hope it's really a big deal.
The nose is getting bigger. It's like the alcohol nose. Let's see what else we got here. There's got to be some more. Wait, let's see here. So you can get a roast? So she'll roast someone? Oh, gosh. I am all about this. Oh, my gosh. I really, oh my gosh. I really, wow. Okay. Marjorie's on Cameo. All right, then. I wonder how long before Owen's on Cameo, right? How long before Owen's over there? Let's go here. The Bencast. There we go. And yeah, it's going to be a good one. Today is going to be a good day. That's all I got to say. Let's go there. Lines are open. If you want to get a call in, feel free. If not, that's cool too. We're good. You know what? I think let's go here.
I resent having to debate over ideologies that have not only failed, but killed millions. That we're having this discussion is offensive. So I feel like we should leave this with the Democrats, you know, and focus not on articulating a message, but implementing the message that we have. Because if you think about it, all the major fronts we've won. The opposition has retreated on the trans agenda, the climate agenda, which we don't hear about, the open border agenda. And for good reason. Their reality got a cold shower. Men can't be women. Fossil fuels are necessary. A country can't survive without a border. Crime is not a lifestyle of the oppressed. And your identity doesn't matter when you're making me a smoothie. So all of these destructive beliefs were beaten But still, there.
Let's grab this call here. Line 3, where are you calling from? What's your name?
Morning, Ben. This is Jared the trucker from Georgia.
Jared the trucker in Georgia. Hey, do you need a cameo of Marjorie, or are you just gonna pick her up at a lay-by, the lot lizard?
Yeah, I see her walking around the truck stops. I think I'm going to avoid her.
Catch something you can't get rid of. What would you like to say this morning?
Right. I just got a question for you. When's the last time you've been in a convenience store that was like American owned, that the guy wasn't wearing a turban or something?
You know, here I live in Arkansas. The convenience store I go to, it's all rednecks or hillbillies. And if you rob that place, I think you're going to get some lead poisoning.
That's great. That's great. And one more thing, I got a thing where I grew up. I grew up in construction.
Okay.
You know, I grew up kind of around Atlanta, and I remember back 40 years ago, all the convenience stores right around Atlanta had, you know, the mostly peaceful religion.
Sure.
Owned every one of them. And I grew up in construction. My dad said, hey, you can build a house, you'll never have to worry about a job. As soon as I got to the age to get my own business going, I got it going. It was going really good. And then we had the invasion of, you know, open borders coming in very long time ago. And I couldn't compete. You know, it was just I had to give up my business and just go to work for a company where I worked hourly.
I got you.
And it got so bad about maybe 18, 19 years ago that I had to actually decide to go into trucking. So now I'm a truck driver, been a truck driver for almost 20 years, 18 years. And
thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you do. I appreciate it. You call back anytime, and if you see Marjorie Taylor Greene at a truck stop, you give her the double bird from me, please. God bless you.
I definitely will. Good morning, Ben. God bless
double bird.
Yes.
That's what I recommend for Marjorie, is the double bird. This guy almost got elected governor of Florida. Let's go right here, line 1. What do you got? What's your name?
Hey, Ben. Tina M. from Michigan.
Good morning, Tina.
Regarding Marjorie Greene.
Okay.
You're paying all that money for her to leave a message for someone, and she can't do it without saying, I mean, really?
I don't know.
I just thought that was funny, listening to her messages, because like every 3 words she was saying,
Well, she's a paid actor. And she has
She's
been
not
a
a very
paid
good
actor
one.
for a long time. She pretended to be a congressperson, right?
She did.
That's
She
the problem.
certainly did. She wasn't a very good one.
But you know what? She was a good enough actor to fool all of us. We were all fooled.
Oh,
She
yeah,
played
for
a
4
role.
years.
I was fooled.
And
You
now
were
she's
fooled.
got benefits for life.
She
Got
fooled me.
benefits
She
for the
fooled
rest
you.
of her life.
That's right.
Oh, yes, she did.
She fooled
All right,
me.
I just wanted to call in regarding.
Thank you, Tina. I
kind of
appreciate you.
irritated
God
me.
bless you. God bless Tina up there in Michigan. George Patton. Let's see what else we can find about George Patton. Let's see here. Line 2. Where do you got? Where are you calling from, line 2?
Hey, Ben. Good morning. David, Lake Lanier.
Good morning.
Hey, you know, with John Thune and so forth, you know, it really only takes, there's 2 ways that you take the Senate Majority Leader out. And there's the first phase is having 5 Republican senators trigger it.
None of them
And,
have balls to do that.
Exactly. And then it takes 27 of them to decide that he's got to go. And then they decide who's going to replace them. And they have a vote. And, you know, guys like Tim Scott from South Carolina, or guys that aren't on the list of 2021, I am so disgusted with those losers. I hope everybody understands out there why they even take this recess. The reason why they take the August
To go and
recess,
fundraise. Go and fundraise
No.
for midterms.
The reason they did it was because one summer, way back when, before air conditioning, the president said, you know what? Everybody go back to your farms. It's too freaking hot in this disgusting swamp. I'm getting eaten alive. Go home, come back, in a month. Now, I'm living in 2026 in Realville, okay? And I'm listening to the EIB network, and I got a problem with them taking freaking time off on my nickel, okay, which is worth probably not even 1% of a penny because of what they did to the freaking financial system. That's a whole nother story. But here's the problem. There's air conditioning. The recess should be, basically done away with, along with the filibuster, and use it for target practice so it never, ever, ever comes back.
You're probably right.
I haven't had a day off for God knows how long.
God bless you.
I am really pissed. But
You know
also
what, though?
5 people to
You
get
know
rid
what,
of
though?
Thune. That spineless dude. I'm
You
done.
know what?
I'm going to listen.
You know what? I'm glad you're upset. There's nothing wrong with being upset, because if you weren't upset, that would mean you don't give a shit about the direction of the country. That's okay. It's okay to be upset. And that's what I find very frustrating, is for the people that don't have any compassion or recognition of what's going on. I want to say God bless you and thank you for calling. David out of Lanier, I believe he said Indiana. I think he said Indiana. Guys, it's time. It is time. I don't know how we get to the next move.
Give the watch on the 1MC, pass the word. Dive, dive, sound 2 blasts of dive alarm, pass the word, dive, dive. Dive, dive. Dive, dive.
I don't think we got audio there. Hold on just a second. Let me do this. Let me change. There we go. Duo main stereo. I don't think we got audio there either. All right. Well, never mind. We'll get back that. We'll get that to working again. I don't know what I did with that. But anyway, I got to get out of here. Take care.